once again. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you guys have not been to my channel already, my channel is about motherhood, locks, and veganism. And if you've already been to my channel, you're probably wondering, what's going on with her hair? Because I do normally have locks, and right now I'm in the process of installing these yarn braids that I absolutely love. I saw a picture of a girl on Instagram with some yarn braids in, and I decided to go ahead and install them over top of my locks. I'll actually do a full video when they're completely done, because as you can see, they're not done yet. It just looks like that from the front, and so I was like, you know what, we're gonna go with it. We just gonna go ahead and tape our video anyway. Okay, so today I'm talking about the phases of locks. Basically, what happens to your hair from day one of locking it into the first year, second year, third year of locks. So I'm only going to be speaking on the most common way to start locks, and that is with 2-strand twists. So I'm only going to be talking about that. And typically 2-strand twists are used to start locks when your hair is about 4 inches or longer, sometimes 3 inches, but most of the time stylists will choose to do 2-strand twists because the hair is 4 inches or longer. So I got my notes right here, and what I'm going to be, right here. And what I'm going to be going into is, the first day. The first day is the installation day. So you will go to the salon. She would do your hair, or if you're doing it by yourself, whoever is doing your hair, what she's going to do is wash it. You need a deep cleansing on your scalp and your hair, on your loose hair. That day, she's going to go in and do parts and twist your hair. Now, let me give a fair warning. All of your locks are not going to look like the same exact size. So no matter how good of a stylist she is, everybody's hair has different textures in the front and in the back of their hair. So in certain places, your locks may appear to be smaller or larger. Depending on the way that she does her locks, your hair will generally look the same. All of your locks. Now, when she installs these 2-strand twists, that day, you should leave the salon with 2-strand twists in your hair hanging down. Okay. So your hair, you won't even know really that you started locks. Nobody's going to know that you started locks. Nobody has any idea of what you're trying to do with your hair. We just see 2-strand twists. With these twists over the next 3 weeks period, you can go ahead and style it. You know, most of the time, stylists will suggest for you to wear your hair down. But if you'd like, you can go ahead and put it in a ponytail, put it in a bun, do it however you want it. Most people wear a lot of head wraps throughout this time. You'll start to notice that your lock will start to shrivel up a bit. Okay? From day one to throughout the first 3 weeks of your hair being locked with these 2-strand twists in, your hair will start to shrivel up, okay? Which means you will lose some length of your hair. It's different for everybody, and it depends on your curl pattern and your texture of how much length you're going to be shriveled up, okay? So throughout that 1 to 3 weeks, day 1 to 3 weeks, you will experience your hair to get shorter. You will experience your locks to start to expand, okay? That 2-strand twist is starting to get larger, Okay, so you will notice that the day that she installed the locks, or the day that you first started locking your hair, it was skinnier as a 2-strand twist. And the longer that you had them throughout that first 1 to 3 weeks, they will start to expand more. Okay, now throughout that 1 to 3 weeks, this is a critical time for your locks. Okay, that first point in your locking process will determine the entire way that your locks will be formed. Okay, so with this 1 to 3 week period, I would suggest that you do basically nothing to your hair. Okay, you don't want to put any products. You don't want to continue to wash it. You don't want to use any, well, some stylists say use conditioner with your hair. Me personally, I don't use conditioner in locks. It makes no sense to me. But I would highly suggest no conditioner specifically at this 1 to 3 week process. Okay, so after you experience the expanding of your locks will continue to expand. Now, depending on if you're getting palm rolling or interlocking, that would determine how much they condense. So after you have the, let's recap, you have the installation, so you'll be installing them. And then you have the expansion period where your locks get larger. And then in width and in circumference, really get larger. And then you have the condense period. So after your locks begin to expand, and they expand and they expand to the capacity that your hair wants to be at, they will start to condense. And every time that you get a maintenance, your lock starts to condense a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, until finally your locks are like this and very solid. When your lock gets completely solid and hard to the touch, that's how you know it's completely locked in and not a minute before. Most people's hair locks fully, solidly, and condensed very well between 9 months to a year. The average person it takes. Some people, if their hair is super coily, their hair may start locking in 6 months or less than that. But a true lock is hard to the touch, because we know that during the expansion period, you may be able to still feel some softness in your lock. If you're able to squeeze your lock or feel any type of puffiness, you know that it's not completely locked. It's not completely locked if it feels spongy. Now, when it starts to condense is when your locks really lock together. That expansion period, it's still forming. Your lock is still forming. Your hair is still getting used to being in the lock. And then once it starts contracting or condensing itself down together, then that's when you know you have a good, solid, firm lock. All right, I think I pretty much got it. So, and like I said, once you determine whether you're doing palm rolling or interlocking, that would determine how much your hair will condense down. If you're doing palm rolling, your locks will always seem to have this sort of puffiness to them, or kind of like sponginess to them if you're palm rolling your hair. If it's interlocking, your hair will be locking faster, but may be a bit more fuzzy. And the interlocking will definitely condense your locks down faster and more efficiently, whereas the palm rolling may take a little bit longer, but it will still condense your locks down with a smooth, clean style. So, and if you want to know deeper about the interlocking versus palm rolling, I also did a video on that. I'll put that down in the description box. And I also want to do individual videos, because some people said I didn't go all the way into detail with specifically the palm rolling and specifically the interlocking. So maybe I'll do a video on that too. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to see more lock videos and lock questions answered, please put it in the comments box below, okay? Make sure you subscribe. I'm here to serve you guys and give you guys great content on locks, veganism, motherhood, really my life in general. So if you guys want to see more lock videos, more motherhood, please subscribe. Please hit the bell so you know when I'm going live, as I do extremely often. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will also put a link to all of my social medias in the description. And one more thing, if you are in Miami and you have locks, let's connect. And I will put my email down there, and you can also email me. Thank you guys so much for watching.